We're back, and as you can see, we've moved that table and chairs out. And for all you guys looking to improve your game, we're going to help you out here in this next 7 minutes or so. Doug, what in the world am I holding here? That thing is flexing like a snake.
Well, that's what happens in a golf swing. As I take this 7-iron on the way down, if I'm doing the correct things, this shaft bends like that. It's just that's an exaggerated version of it.
This stiff shaft bends with that kind of flexibility?
Well, not to that extreme.
Okay.
But this is a heavy weight here, isn't it?
Sure.
And this is like a rubber band. And what happens, trade me clubs. Okay. On the way back, you're here. That shaft is going to bend a little bit up there. You see, you want to feel that softness. See the orange ball behind my head?
Right.
So then as you start your transition down, now put your hand on the shaft and just, then look, you see that?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, boy, now you're flexing that shaft. See, but most people don't initiate with their lower body, so now let go, and the club comes down kind of like that. And then it actually flexes this way. This is a bad swing, where the club flexes early. That's where you've released early.
The club can flex the other way?
Oh, man, yeah. That's why your transition is so important. As you're coming down, you want to be here, and then the club actually down here at the right moment, whoosh, it flexes back this way.
Seems like I recall years ago, and it's funny because Ernie Els just played, should have had a victory again this week, maybe for the second or third time this year.
Right.
But I recall seeing a swing of his back in a golf magazine years ago where they froze him right here, and it looks like he's swinging so simple and easy.
Yeah.
But his club, his hands were still here,
right,
at the point of almost the point of impact, and his club was bowed about like that thing.
Well,
is that where his power comes from?
That's
effortless?
Right. Yeah, your power of your golf swing is in your core. But the power, let me say it this way, the engine of your golf swing is in your core, but the engine of the golf club is in the shaft. So that's why club fitting is so important. If you don't get the right shaft for your swing, you can't, if the shaft is too stiff, you can't bend it, which maximizes your club head speed.
So you're losing power, you're probably losing some accuracy too.
Right. If your shaft is too weak for you, then you get too much of this.
I see.
And now when you miss a shot 10%, it might duck hook to the left or sky or high right.
Your misses are drastic.
Your misses are drastic. So when you get your clubs properly fit and then you get your mechanics in order, you're going to flex that just right, and down here at the bottom, whoosh, it just explodes with extra energy.
Well, extra energy too. We were just talking before we came on live about weight. When you grab this thing, I was swinging it here, you can really feel the weight of that club head behind you. Talk about that.
You know, for 20 years, after taking lessons from Sam Snead, I never was around Harvey Pinnock, but I've read all his books, or Ken Venturi, or Harvey Ward was my best teacher. But all the great teachers will teach you, you want to develop a relationship with the weight of the club head. W-E-I-G-H-T.
Weight, right.
Weight, all right? Now, take this back, and as you're swinging the golf club, that weight of the club head is back here, and as you turn your body, you have to wait on the weight to come around. The weight
on the weight?
Say it again. Weight, W-A-I-T. You have to wait for that flex. You have to wait for it to flex back. You have to get over here, and then all that happens. But what do most people do? They get up here and they push the club down.
They're rushing.
They're rushing. They want to feel that get over there quick.
Right.
Instead of leave it back here, turn, wait on it, it's going to come around on its own.
A club that's, and with all the fitting technology that we have today, a club that's designed for a particular player is to do just that, is to make your body is supposed to make that club function at its maximum.
Right.
But it can't do that if you're not waiting. If you're not, if you're bringing extra muscles or tension into that golf swing, that club can't create its natural function. Is that correct?
Good point. Good. Take your right arm out like this. Now, shake all the tension out. Let it fall. Let it. Yeah. See,
Boy, that feels good.
You didn't push it, did you?
Not at all.
All right. Now, what happens is, do it again and pay attention to what you feel between here and here. Go ahead. You didn't feel any real force, did you?
No,
But
I felt weight of my arm.
Okay, you felt
Drop.
the drop. Okay, so what we want is as we shift, we drop our club and arms drop, and we don't feel anything. And most people, though, they're impatient, and they want to what?
Right.
They want to feel the force from here to here.
And a lot of amateurs, that first move, instead of moving with the trunk, as you said, the engine, it comes from the extra extremities, the arms.
Right.
And that's,
so you do feel force. The negative is people feel the force from here to here. But it's very inconsistent. It's very unpredictable. It's limited to the physics of your arm and to your upper body versus shifting. Now all your energy is coming from your feet, your knees, your hips, all the way up. And then it involves your arms. It involves your shoulders. But this is only a minor part of it. So if you want more distance, you want to get the synergistic effect of all your body, and then you wait on the club to come behind you, just like you wait on the caboose of a train.
Ah, it's great analogy.
Now again, if you push, this flex goes down wrong.
Right.
If you drive, then this whoosh, whips through.
Waiting on the weight.
Yeah.
Well, what a great lesson. I'm gonna actually, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna head out to the range and try this. If you'll let me have that, I'm gonna use it today. Okay, Doug, what a pleasure to have you. Thanks for coming in and talk FCA with us. Certainly for golf tips. It's what you do for a living, and nobody does it any better than I think.
Thank you very much.
Doug Weaver, thank you for your time today. William Barnett, thank you for your time talking about the Pro-Am. And to the ladies and the mothers out there, we wish you the happiest of Mother's Days. Guys, thank you for being with us on Golf Weekly. We'll see you next week.